So hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be putting a wood stove in my shop. I picked up this drum for about $10 from a scrapyard. I got the stove piping here for about 80 or 90 bucks at Home Depot. I got some sheet metal screws and a retention strap for the stack. And there's a kit you can buy online that turns this drum into a wood stove. And I got the pieces laid out here on the ground. These usually run about $70 to $100 online. I got lucky and scored this one for about 60 bucks. It's made out of cast iron, and it comes with the legs, the door, the connection for the smokestack. And it's all made out of cast iron. It looks like it's pretty good quality. So I'm gonna be putting that onto the drum. So all in all, this ran me about $160, $170 for all the bits and pieces. A conventional wood stove of this size that would put out this much heat would probably run you several hundred or even over $1,000 for a cast iron wood stove. These drums don't last forever. You might get 5 to 10 years out of them. I have heard of some people using these for over 20 years. So if it's a good quality drum and it's cleaned out properly, one of these wood stoves can last a long time. So once you've used the door to make your marks for where to cut, you'll need a grinder with a cutting wheel or some sort of a torch. Torch would be quicker, but this is all I've got. Just for reference, these little nuts that go to the bolts holding on the door and the exhaust, they are 10 millimeter. So I know you guys tend to lose these. Find your 10 millimeter, or these will be a pain in the butt. Once you position it on your legs, you'll want to use a little level to make sure you got the door set correctly. Then you'll just use a little marker to mark where each of the screws are going to go into the feet. And we'll just do the front now. We'll connect the back legs after I put the opening for the smoke hatch on. And while I've got it in this position, I'll also make the marking for that as well. And when using these power tools like the grinder and the drill, be sure to wear some gloves and some eye protection. It's just for your own safety. This does tend to throw a lot of sparks around. And I guess I should probably move my spare propane tank out of the way. And yes, I know I moved the propane over there and then shot a bunch of sparks at it, so I'm not the best on fire safety, but it is what it is. And try not to lose any of the nuts and bolts that come with it. My set came with exactly one spare nut and one spare bolt, so careful not to drop them in your workspace. joints inside of the building, I'm going to be using this heat tape to go around the seams. As you can see, I already did it here on the lowest connection. Right now, before I go outside and attach the externals, I'm going to assemble it here so I can just attach it to the building. One thing I'm using outside is a piece of retaining strap, and this will go around the pipe and then connect to the building with some sheet metal screws, and that'll keep it from blowing away in the wind. We're also sheet metal screwing each of the pieces together at every joint. As you can see here, some steam coming off of the drum. This could be a chemical residue from the paint, so I'm going to open some doors and get some ventilation going for this thing's initial burn.